What's up, guys? JohnOrigins here. Today got a Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle, and I am in a fantastic mood. So I figured I needed to get a narration done. It's against Mulvone19. It might have been on it. Yeah, it was on one of his streams. He's been streaming a lot lately, doing them mole streams. So. Go check him out if you want. I know everyone already knows him because you all came from him to me, so that's fine. Also, a video uploaded a couple of days ago. I don't think it reached all the sub boxes. It happened to Mulvone, it happened to Leo, it happened to a bunch of people. So if you missed battle number 11, I believe, go check it out. It'll be on my channel. So yeah, let's just get into the battle, I suppose. I'm using a bunch of new guys. And by a bunch, I mean like one. But that's not the point, is it, people? I'm going to lead off with my Scarf Rotom as Mulvone decides to lead off with his Galvantula. He's probably going to be setting up that Sticky Web. So I'm just going to go for the Hydro Pump. I'll now outspeed. And I can 2-hit KO him and stop the Galvantula from doing any damage. Because even though Galvantula is really only there to set up the Sticky Web, I still think it's a threat. It's really powerful and quite speedy, so I'm going to go for a second Hydro Pump. He ends up switching out into the Azumarill, and I really have nothing to switch into Azumarill. It is such a threat. My defensive wall, aka Chestnut, cannot take play Ross for the life of it, so that's unfortunate. I do have the Rosalie Berry though, because I still need a second set of leftovers, and I take the hit, and then because of Sticky Web I can't outspeed. So I'm going to go for the Spiky Shield. But Mulvone, forgetting that he set up Spiky Shield, still thinks I'll outspeed. So that didn't work out. Here I'm actually going to predict him to go for the Sword Stance, because I think it's his only potential Mega. I forget from his team. So and Tyranta, but I didn't expect that. I thought Scizor was more appropriate. But so I'm going to go for the Leech Seed. And I know because I'm on a defensive wall, I can probably take anyone hit. So I'm going to get up the Leech Seed, which is nice, and now I'm somewhat in an alright position. I can either go for Spiky Shield, which I do to get off some damage, or I can go for the Hammer Arm to get off more damage. First time I go for the Spiky Shield, scout what it's going to do, get some more Leech Seed recovery so I can take the hit, and then on the next turn, I can go for the Hammer Arm, get a really good chunk of damage on him, and hopefully get him into the range where a Leech Seed Spiky Shield combination will get him killed. So I'll go for the Hammer Arm. It does a really good chunk actually, and after the Leech Seed, it's looking that I might be able to kill him. But I know he's not going to attack me. He's going to go for the Roost. So going for the Hammer Arm is my optimal play here, because if I went for the Spiky Shield, he would get needless recovery, and I would be screwed. So this turns a bit odd, because I'm like, he's probably going to Roost again, because he's not at a very good range of HP. So I'm going to go for the Hammer Arm. If I went for the Spiky Shield, that would have been a bit nicer, but I couldn't risk it. But at the same time, because he didn't Roost, he's at a range of HP now where I can pretty much revenge kill it with anything, including my Rotom. So I'm going to go for the Volt Switch. He wants to save his Sizzle for later because he's got the priority Bullet Punch, and Mega Sizzle is relatively powerful. And he makes a good play here by sacrificing his Galvantula, giving him the switch advantage over me, because the Volt Switch makes me switch out and he can play around my Pokemon that I bring in. I figured I'm going to bring an Excadrill because I want to get off a Rapid Spin, get rid of the Sticky Web, because I have a Kingdra that likes to sweep and a Tyranitar which also likes to sweep, who will not benefit from having Sticky Web on the field. So I'm going to risk the Aqua Jet and go for the Rapid Spin. It ends up working out perfectly for me because he goes for the Waterfall expecting my switch out, not wanting to take the Aqua Jet. So I sacrificed my Excadrill in the need for getting my Kingdra and Tyranitar on the sweeping train, so I think that was a really epic thing that happened. Oh my god, I'm in such a good mood. Tyranitar comes in now. I believe I just got to Volt Switch out because I don't want to stay in. Literally the only move my Rotom needs at this time is Volt Switch. Because I just want that switch advantage, and Rotom does that perfectly if it's Choice Scarfed. I bring in my Tyranitar, and this is where the fun times can begin, people. I'm gonna go for that Mega Evolution. Oh my god, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Mega Tyranitar looks incredible! And I'm just gonna EQ the Tyranitar and kill it. He probably doesn't have many defense IVs, so I think he may have been able to take one if he was max defense IVs. I'm not sure about that. But anyway, he brings in the Scizor. I figure I can take a Bullet Punch relatively well. I do. I take it with half to spare because he hasn't got like a choice item, which really hinders Mega Pokemon. The fact that they can't have other items. So I knew I could take one. I can take him out of the crunch. Here the Azumarill comes in. Do not want to take an Aqua Jet because it'll probably kill me. So I'm going to go into my Florges as Death Fodder because I don't need it. Florges is literally the only thing it does on my team is Death Fodder. It can do well against Delphox, and that's the only Pokemon I've seen it do well against, which is insanely bad. It can take hits, but usually it can't dish out back because it only has its one main form of style, which is Moonblast, and that is completely shut down by steel types I like to set up in this little generation with Aegislash is all being around and other things. So that's a factor. But now I'm bringing my Rotom again, and I'm going to Volt Switch again because I want that advantage, and it's all my Rotom is good for. Getting up that advantage and doing some work. So I'm going to bring back in my Mega T-Type, get the sand back up, which is completely unnecessary. My team doesn't focus on the sand. My air structure is Sand Force and not Sand Rush. Because I like to play by the old rules, not by the new do whatever you like rules with like Blaziken running around. I'm going to take out the Redicus with Crunch, and then I'm going to predict him to go for the Waterfall, just go for the Rock Slide, get as much damage as I can. I decided Rock Slide over Earthquake because I figured after Stab it would do more. I guessed that, I wasn't sure. I know Crunch was resisted, so either way, the Azumarill at a range of HP where it's revenge killable by Mighty Scarf Rotom, so I'm just going to Volt Switch and get rid of that threat. Azumarill is so dangerous. Oh my god, I hate it, but I want to use it so bad. But I don't have an Azumarill and no one has any spare Marils around, so that's unfortunate for me. I'm going to bring in my Mulvone19, my Kingdra, and I didn't know what his last guy was. Turns out to be Noivern, which is a threat. But he's probably Choice Lot, so he's going to go for a Draco, take me out. I don't mind. Kingdra wasn't needed this game. And then I can go to my Rotom and 2-hit go with the Volt Switch. The Noivern ends up missing a Draco Meteor on my Rotom, but that doesn't matter. I calced it with Kingdra. Kingdra has base 95 special attack. Noivern has base 97. So I ended up changing Kingdra's special attack to 97 in my calculator, and -2 specs hit does around 48 to 60% to my Rotom. Because I have 48 HP investment, because my Rotoms, they run 288 speed Timid, so I can outspeed Jolly and Timid base 80 Pokemon like Mamoswine and Dragonite, and then the rest is in HP just for a little bit of bulk, so I can maybe take a hit. So yeah, in a good mood. I hope you enjoyed this battle. Leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe. I've been JohnOrigins, and I'm out. So peace.